So today we're going to be dealing with surface area and volume of prisms. Let's talk about what a prism is, because if you don't know that, then none of this is going to work anyway. So a prism is going to have two parallel congruent faces. So like in this room, that would be like the ceiling and the floor, or the left wall and the window wall, or the front and the back. Okay? The only one that has more than one pair of faces that can be the bases of the shape are going to be boxes. Rectangular prisms is what their formal name is. Okay? Any other type of prism, like in this case, you can see that the triangles right here are going to be your bases. Those run parallel to each other, and they are the exact same shape and the exact same size. That would be called a triangular prism. This would be a rectangular prism. In a triangular prism, or any other shape that's not a rectangle, it's going to have the two shapes that are here be the name. That's what it's based on. Okay? And the distance between those, whether it goes up and down, left or right, front and back, that distance between is called the height of the prism. In this case, this would be the height. In this one, it depends on what we make the bases. Let's say we made the bases the left and the right, shade those in. If the left and right are the bases, where is the height? Going where? The distance across, the one going this way. This would be the height. Okay? So you've got your bases, you've got the distance in between, that's your height, and that's how we're going to find surface area and volume. Surface area is an involved process because every shape has a different formula. Makes it more challenging. It's going to be a 4-step process, guys. If you'll follow this 4-step process, it's not hard. It's just detailed. This is one of those things that it's not about the math being hard, it's about it being detailed. So, surface area of a prism is going to involve us finding the perimeter of that base, in this case the triangle, the rhombus, the trapezoid right here, whatever it is. Finding the area of that base, those 3 shapes again, and using the height of the prism, which is going to be that distance that is between those 2 bases. Alright? The formula for this is going to involve us doing a lateral area. I want to make sure I give you what I did then. Lateral area, which is equal to our perimeter, which we can find perimeters. We've done this before. That's old stuff. Perimeter times the height of the prism. So just this distance around. It's like taking, have y'all ever seen that when they do rubber bands around a watermelon to break them? Yeah. So it's like taking those, but instead of putting them all in the middle, it's like putting them from the bottom to the top. And taking that amount and adding up all that distance on the outside. It's like taking a soup can label like we did on the last one and putting it around the outside. That's what we're doing. Perimeter times the height. For the surface area, it's going to be the lateral area that we already found right here, plus 2 times the area of the base. Now, I can't do like I did on the last one and do like pi r squared. Do you see that all the bases are different? So each one is going to require different formulas. That's why this is more challenging than the other one. But it's not complicated, guys. If you will follow the pattern that I'm going to give you, it's not that bad. You know all these basic formulas. You do, I promise. Here we go. Let's show you how to do this. Okay, so in this shape, we are going to make this into, we need to pick which, well, let's say this. We need to pick which are going to be the bases. What do you want to be the base in this shape? Top and bottom, left and right. What do you want? Top and bottom is what I heard the most, so let's go with that. I'll change it on the next one we do that's rectangular, just so y'all can see something different. Shade those in, guys. You want to shade in your bases. It makes you remember where it is when you go back to the picture. Okay, there is a 4-step process. 4 steps. 4-step process to be able to do this. If you will follow this, it will make it drastically easier. Number 1 is going to be perimeter. We need the perimeter of that shape. We're going to add up all the sides on that square that is, that rectangle that's on the top. So we're going to add 7 for this distance, plus 7 for the distance on the other side, plus what is this distance from here to here? 3, because it's right here. 3. Plus what is the distance on the opposite side? What's this distance right here? 3. They should be the same. It's a rectangle. So, perimeter is just adding up all the sides on the one that you shaded in. Add them all up. What do you get? 20. There we go. Number 2 is going to be to find the area of the base. We need to find the area of a rectangle. Guys, the formula for the area of a rectangle is what? Guys, come on. That's a basic formula. What's the formula for the area of a rectangle? Ooh. It's not called base and height, but it's the same idea. What's it called in a rectangle? Length and width. Right idea, just called something else. But you got the right formula. So from here, length times width. So we need to find the length and the width. So the area of the base is going to be length 7 times the width 3. Math is not hard, guys. 3 times 7 is 21. Step number 3. 3, not 4. 3. Step number 3 is to find the lateral area. The formula for the lateral area is the perimeter times the height. We already found the perimeter. What is the perimeter? 20. This is the key. Times the height. What is the distance between the top and the bottom? 4 is the number between the top and the bottom. So our lateral area would be 80, and you're going to have to give that as an answer on the test. You're going to be asked for the lateral area, so you've got to be able to give that answer separate. And then the last thing, number 4, is going to be to find the surface area. The surface area formula is to take the lateral area, 80. You see how they just go to the next thing? So 80 plus 2 times the area of the base. We already did the area of the base. What's the area of the base? 21. Why do we have to do 2 of them? Because, guys, how many bases are there? 2. So do the math for that. 80 plus 2 times 21. 122, and that would be inches squared. There we go. Questions, concerns, anything about that 4-step process? Anything about that 4-step process? You're welcome. Okay, guys. So let's go to the next one. For the next one, tell me what the bases are in this picture. What shape? I need the 2 things that run parallel to each other. Meaning, guys, it's 2 of the same thing and they're separate from each other. They'd be like lined up with each other. Okay, they're never going to touch. What are they in this case? Guys, we're not seeing this. Let's shade it in. I'm going to use a highlighter. Those are the only 2 shapes that are the same that are going to never touch each other. Those are the bases. That's the front and the back. Does everybody see it now? See it? Good? Oh, you have it. Okay, here we go. So let's go for the 4-step process. Number one is going to be find the perimeter. This is a trick. Listen, I'm telling you ahead of time. There's a trick in this. Okay, this is the triangle right here. Okay, what is this distance? It's right there, guys. It's not complicated. What's this distance right here? This blue line is 8. Plus this distance right here, which is going to be 12. Plus this distance right here. Yes, thank you. I heard it from a couple people. We don't know it. And if we don't know it, and we know 2 sides of a right triangle, and we need to find the third, what is it that we're going to do? Pythagorean theorem. It would be this 8 from this side, which would be 8 squared plus 12 squared equals x squared. Okay, 8 squared is 64. 12 squared is 144. So what's 64 plus 144? 208 equals x squared. We're going to carry it out to 2 decimal places because it's in the problem. The square root of 208 rounded to 2 decimal places. 0.42. What was the first part of it? No, okay, I'm confused. What's the square root of that? Just tell me the whole thing. 14.42. Thank you. I missed it. It was my fault. 14.42. Okay? So, we're going to add 14.42 up here. And then we're going to add these three things together. Those are my three sides. 34.42. That's not hard math because 8 plus 12 is 20, guys. So, not hard to add it up. Okay? The next thing is going to be the area of the base. Guys, the base is a triangle. What is the formula for the area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height. So it's going to be 1/2. The base of this triangle would be 12. The height of this triangle would be 8. Multiply that. Tell me what you get. 48. Okay. The next thing is going to be to find my lateral area. Guys, the lateral area formula is the circumference, which is circumference, I apologize. The perimeter, which is 34.42. Can you tell we did cylinders the last 2 days? And it's going to be multiplied times the distance between the two triangles. Which number is the distance between the front and the back?
6.
That's the 6. Multiply 34.42 times 6. Around 200. Come on, guys.
194.
I don't think so.
Oh wait, sorry, I missed
206.52. Do you see what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Anybody else? Okay, the last step, surface area, is just take that number that we already got, 206.52, and then do plus 2 times the area of the base, which we already know the area of the base is 48, so we don't have to do anything to get that. We just need to type this in on the calculator. That's all we're doing at this point. Type it in. It's going to be...
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So for the lateral area, why don't we do the 6 2 times?
6 2 times.
Oh, never mind. That's the surface area. I was thinking about base.
Okay. Yeah, no. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? We don't have any bases when we're doing the lateral area. That's why it's not multiplied by 2. What's that multiply out to, guys? 302 point... Oh, give me one decimal place. Round it off to 1 because it's our final answer. 5. Okay, and that is inches squared. Inches squared. Now, you're going to find the next answer, don't know how I did this, is almost exactly the same to this answer to this problem. Has none of the same numbers, but I managed to get it like so close. You'll see when we get there. Let's do this one. Perimeter equals, guys, it is a regular hexagon. How do I know it's regular? Because those marks tell me all those sides are the same. And a hexagon has how many sides? Count. 6. So we're going to do the perimeter. The perimeter would be the length of the side, which is 5.6, times the number of sides, which would be 6. Multiply that, get an answer. What's that give you? 33.6. Okay, here we go. Area of the base. Look at me. They did it for you on this one. If they do it for you, don't do it again. Do you see they already gave you the area of the base right here? So it's going to be 80.6. You will have to find it sometimes, and we're going to do it in a minute, but I'm just telling you, on this one they gave it to you. The next step is going to be lateral area. Lateral area is going to be the perimeter, 33.6, times the distance between the two hexagons. Which number out of all these numbers is the distance between the two hexagons? The 4.2. Now I can't do that one in my head. I can do the other stuff. This one I can't do. What's 33.6 times 4.2? 141.12. There we go. So that means our surface area equal to 141.12 plus 2 times whatever the area of the base was, which was 80.6, which when you round it off is extremely close to the one above it. I can't remember what it is. What is it? We found it last period. That's why I was surprised. It's 302 point something. 0.3. And that would be meters squared. Did anybody not get that? Anybody have a question? Anybody have any questions about what I've done on that one? Questions? Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem at all. Just remind me though at the end, okay? Okay, guys, here we go. Then we're going to leave this and go to volume. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to go to volume just so you have lots of time to work today. Here we go. Volume is very similar. When you're doing volume, you're going to use the area of the base and the height. The height is the distance between the bases, just like it was before. So the volume formula is going to literally be just the area of the base times the height. Volume is always easier than surface area, guys. Filling something up is much. Have you ever wrapped a present that's odd shaped? You know how hard it is to do? The idea of surface area is the same thing. It's a lot harder than just pouring something into something and filling it up. Wrapping the outside of a pitcher would be much harder with the handle and it would get weird. Yeah. Filling it up is much easier. Okay, guys, so here we go. Find the volume of the prism. It is a two-step process. Number one, you need the area of the base. Now, guys, last time what did we do? What did we do on the first one? Left and right last time or top and bottom? We did top and bottom, so let's do left and right this time. Just so we can do it differently. Okay, these are our bases. We want to find the area of this rectangle on the end. What is the formula for the area of a rectangle again? Ooh, length times width. Base times height is the same idea, but it's length times width. Okay, so it's going to be area of the base, which is going to be 3 times 4, 4 times 3. It doesn't make any difference what order it goes in. Here you go, sir. Just put it back in there. Oh, you got one. Okay. So 4 times 3 is going to put you at 12. And then the volume is going to be equal to the area of the base, 12, times the height of the prism. Based on where we picked our bases to be, what is the number that is the distance between those two bases? 7. So 12 times 7, which I think is like 84. And that would be what units? Inches what? Cubed. Volume is cubed. See how much faster volume goes? There's not a lot to it, guys. Okay, questions, concerns, anything about it? Not the right marker, sorry. Okay, guys. Questions? Okay, let's get it done. Here we go. Volume. First of all, we talked about this before. You can see I put the 14.4 there just so we have a number there. But when you're looking at this, the base is going to be this triangle that's right here. Okay, we need to find the area of this triangle. The area of a triangle formula we already said was area equals 1/2 base times height. This is the same thing, guys. Area of the base. So it'd be 1/2 times, what was the base number? Base of that triangle is what? 12. What is the number that is the height of this triangle? No. The height of this triangle that's on the front is going to be 8, because it's the same as the height of this triangle back here on the back. So the height is going to be 8. We're just talking about the triangle, not the whole prism. There's the base and height.
I thought the 6 was
I know.
I thought.
You're good. So multiply that, what do you get, guys? 48? Okay. Oh, we did that before, didn't we? We did that once already. So then the volume is going to be equal to 48 times what is the height of the prism? So what's 48 times 6? 4. Come on.
288.
288? Y'all agree? Been getting heads, yes? Okay, and that'd be inches cubed. Inches cubed. Okay, last one. Okay, why is this one different than the one we did with this shape before? They don't give you the area of the base. They don't give it to you. So let's remind you of the formula for this. The formula for the area of a regular polygon is 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. Now, this is not that bad because they already give you the apothem. You don't have to do any trig, you don't have to do anything crazy. All you're doing is plugging into a formula. But in order to plug in this formula, what extra piece of information do we need that we normally don't do on volume? We need the perimeter. So do perimeter equals, we already did this once, so it shouldn't be hard. It's a hexagon with each side being 5.6. So 5.6 times the 6 sides. Y'all should already know the answer. It's already on your paper. What was it? 33.6. There we go. Then we need to find the area of the base, which we're going to do by plugging into this formula. This is the area of a regular polygon formula, which is 1/2 times the apothem. Which number is the apothem? The 4.8 times the perimeter we just found was 33.6. 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. 1/2 times 4.8 times 33.6. What's that give you? 80.64?
Yes.
There we go. And then the volume is the last thing. It's going to be that 80.64 times the height of the prism, which is the distance between the top and the bottom in this case. So that's going to be the 4.2. So 80.64 times 4.2. It's going to be somewhere around 170 or 80. Oh, wait. Oh, times 4, not times 2. That was my fault. So double that. 300 and what? 0.688. So guys, if it's 0.688, what would it round to? 338.7, and then it'd be meters cubed. Okay, guys, that's your notes for today. Let's get you, give me 1 second. Let's get this paused.